All right. Hi guys. So today I just want to talk about crypto. Crypto is like crashing today, uh, pretty hard. I think many of you who invested in crypto kind of worried. But my um, my thesis is I'm holding crypto for long term, right? So if you're holding for long term, this is like nothing new. Any disruptive technologies go through this phase, like ups and downs, up and downs. And you may ask the question why? Because it's a new technology. People still has a lot of question mark whether the technology is going to be adopted or not by the masses, right? First, that there's that question. Second, also many people who just buy the token and even not just about token, but also stock technology in general. They do not have a first-hand experience of what the real value of that stock or the crypto is all about. So, for example, if somebody buy Matic token or somebody buy Aave token, they just buy it because of, okay, one of my friends tell me to buy it. So they don't have enough deep research. They don't have enough deep understanding what is Aave token is all about. So they don't have conviction because they don't do any research. They just buy it because somebody tells them what to buy, right? So in that sense, again, it's just speculating. They do not know what's the real value, the real services or real product that Aave token could could bring to the society, right? And then there's many reasons. And then I think one of the big reason is also there's many also negative news regarding the new technology, right? This is not just with regards to crypto, with regards to any new technology. Because one, I think the media doesn't understand. Two, if even the media understand it, which I hardly doubt it, they they kind of like have some skepticism, which is fair, right? And then third, remember this is a new technology, right? So if it's going to be adopted, or if it's already adopted by a small subset of people, normally the incumbent, the big players, right? It's gonna be concerned, right? In crypto, the big players are the countries. Remember, crypto is about kind of separating between nation versus money, right? So if you also like go back to the history when we try to separate nation and religion, that's also kind of like a lot of like turmoil, right? There's a lot of nation who doesn't want to do it even until now, like for example, like Iran, Iraq, and some of the countries in Middle Eastern, for example, right? So now is we're trying to separate basically, or we're trying to kind of like give opportunity, right, for people whether they believe more in their government or they believe more in the in software, right? That's basically it is, right? If you believe more in the software side, you believe in blockchain, then you go into crypto. That's your money for the people, right? But if you still believe in the government, which is fair, that's fine, right? But it seems to me like every year goes by, there are more and more people who believes in this new technology, right? There are um, kind of you can say like diminishing trust towards the big government, towards the big like whatever whoever the big is, right? Whether is a government, is a country, or is a company, right? So just give you an example like Tesla in the U.S. And Tesla has been in the stock market for the past I don't know 12 years. And the price, if you look at the history of Tesla price stock, it's like up and down, up and down. It's like just like crypto. It's like going up like 100% and then crash again like 50%. Like just recently, 3 months ago or 2 months ago, Tesla was going up from like I don't know 500, 600 to like almost 1,000, and then now it drops to 550. So it's like 40% drop. And that Tesla already producing cars, right? Already producing electric cars. People can see it, people can drive it, people can buy it. And crypto is more abstract, right? Many of the people I know, many of the my friend who ask me and then they buy crypto, they never try the services that crypto provide. So they just buy from the centralized exchange. They don't even use crypto wallet, for example, like MetaMask or like Trust Wallet, right? So this they still use centralized exchange, which is controlled by company like Coinbase or Binance or KuCoin or any other centralized exchange, right? Which is kind of fair. I mean, the road is not always smooth, right? But it's kind of better than not holding anything, right? So yeah, um, expect there's going to be a lot of like FUD. FUD is stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because we are against the big gorillas in this stage. You're okay. So if you're holding crypto, you try to understand what you're up against with. You're basically up against with the big countries. Normally, I say it's big because normally the smaller countries they kind of like nimble, right? They kind of more crypto friendly. The bigger they are normally, okay, I'm just generalization. The bigger they are, kind of the more kind of like they are more like hard. It's not as nimble as the smaller player. So for example, like China, they want to control crypto, right? They want to like the last, I don't know, yesterday or past 2 days, there's a news that China is going to ban crypto exchanges like um, on-ramp or off-ramp from the local bank to crypto exchanges, right? Which is really hard for local Chinese people who are living in China if they want to buy crypto, because the money from crypto is from their local bank, right? But if the local bank is like being banned, you cannot like get your money out from your local bank, and then you cannot buy crypto on the crypto exchange, right? So the only thing I think in China right now it's allowed is to hold crypto, which is still fine, right? But other than that, mining I think is also still fine, right? Uh, Crypto exchanges like bans, I think for my understanding, and then also the on-ramp off-ramp from local bank to the crypto exchange is also like kind of ban, right? And then a few months before that, India, right, wanted to ban also crypto, but now they are kind of smarter right now. They are kind of saying, okay, we are going to take a fresh look on this crypto. We're gonna probably look at it as an asset, which is like the US kind of right doing right now, looking at crypto as an asset rather than probably as a security, except for several of the tokens, right? Like XRP, I think US still um, view it as a security. To be honest, I don't really understand what is the difference between security and an asset. Like, okay, what the hell? Okay, so it is what it is, right? So, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is expect there's going to be a lot of like volatility, and then expect there's going to be a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because crypto is basically against the establishment. Crypto is basically against uh, uh, nation, right? Because nation and money is like one right now, right? And then with crypto, we are kind of trying to separate them, right? And money is power, right? If somebody is gonna lose their power, of course they're going to retaliate, right? That's like a natural reaction. So expect this natural reaction from like especially big countries, or even like big companies too, right? They're probably being kind of be hostile instead of being friendly, right? So just be prepared that mentally in your mind that's going to be volatile like this. I do not know for how long, but crypto has been since Bitcoin like about 12 years, so probably another, I don't know, 5 more years, or I don't know. Yeah, but I expect it's going to be faster sooner than later. It's going to be like probably I expect like 5 years. It's not going to be like 10 years, because the way I see crypto is being developed now is really, really fast. So people will just get surprised like at one time, like, oh, I can do this right now without a bank. I can do this thing right now without this. Like, it's so convenient right now, right? Um, because most of the people I know, they buy crypto without doing any research. Or if they do, they did do the research, they never tried the product or services, right? They never tried firsthand. Um, um, I would say probably 80% of the crypto holders are like that. They never try firsthand They never even use Uniswap. They never use Aave. They never use Compound. They never use Maker. They never use PancakeSwap and so on, right? But they just buy the token. Probably they do some research, They hear about it. They do a little bit of research. Um, so they don't have as high conviction as those people who experience it firsthand, right? Therefore, when there's a panic selling, then their conviction like grows really low, and then they're just selling it to the market, right? Because if you do not know what you're holding, then you kind of like, oh, why should I keep this, right? It's the market that's crashed. Okay, I'm just gonna release it to the market, right? But if you know what you're holding is something valuable because you experience it firsthand, you really value what you're holding, then you're not gonna sell it, right? So yeah, crypto is like that. It's like having your child. You wouldn't sell your child, yeah. You know your child is like precious to you, right? Even though it's like your child is like consuming a lot of energy, a lot of time and money, right? Because you have to feed your child, you have to like give attention, you have to send them to college, right? A lot of money like being spent, right? But you don't want to like sell your child. I mean, anybody who is like mentally like health parent don't want to sell their kids, right? They still like love them, right? Because in your heart they know like they are good for society, right? Your kid, your child, right? So crypto is like that. For me, it's like crypto is like one of the biggest invention for society. It will make society more like prosperous. It will make individual more become like sovereign. They can take control of their money back, um, because during this time they have no idea that their money is not their money, right? If you have money in the bank, like it's a fiat currency, US dollar or Korean won or Indonesian rupiah or whatever, the government can shut you down if they don't like you, or the bank that holds your money can just help. Sorry, you cannot spend your money. It's not your money. So people never think about that until that happens, right? It's your money. It's your blood and tears. You spend all your hard work into that store of value, put it into US dollars, and then one day, or you put it into pesos, and then one day, boom, got, the bank said, "Oh, sorry, you cannot spend it. It's not yours." Yeah, that's it. Game over, right? So for me, that's like the first premise for crypto. You hold your own money. You take control of your own money. Nobody can censor you down. Not even government, not even companies, not even banks, right? You take control of your own money. That's it. And this is your blood and tears. You spend like all your hard work into this store of value, into money, right? Would you want to lose it? Of course not, right? So that's for me. That's my thesis. That's why, and I'm having this thesis because look, I've been doing this for like I don't know, like so many years, right? My background is in technology. I used to be an engineer, although I'm not right now. I'm like very relaxed. I'm just doing like research stuff, right? So so that's yeah. My advice to you guys is just to understand what is fundamentally is crypto is, and do your own research, right? And try to also zoom out, right? In the bigger picture, if you look at in the Bitcoin, right? Let's say like today drop like I don't know 40%, right? From 63 all-time time high now is like 40,000 or 45, right? So it's about 40% drop. Ethereum also from 4,300 drops to like $2,000 today, right? So it's about 40-50%. But if you zoom out, just like a year ago, Ethereum was like only like I don't know $100, $200. So you're making like already if you invest like a year ago, you already like make 10x, right? And if you zoom out further, like 2 years ago, then the more money you make, right? Zoom out again 3 years ago, zoom out again 4 years ago, zoom out again 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, and so on, right? Do you know Bitcoin at the birth on 2008? So Bitcoin, I think it was 2008, something like that, right? Um, I'm not sure you can correct me on this, but when it was the birth of Bitcoin 12 years ago, okay, yeah, or 13 years ago, it was I think it was $0.08 per Bitcoin. That means one Bitcoin is less than 1 cent. Okay, less than 1 cent. Just okay, just take it 1 cent to make it the math easy. Just 1 cent, right? So if you but just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, you'll get 100, right? Because in $1 is 100 cents, right? So you just put $1 like 12, 13 years ago, and the birth of Bitcoin, right? Just $1, you'll get 100 Bitcoin, 100, right? At today's price, even though the market is crashing right now, is about 40,000, you'll get 4 million US dollars. That's how crazy the return is, right? $1, 12 years ago, that's it. Forget about it. You open it now, it crashed now, you don't care, still $4 million. $1 to 4 million. Think about it. It's 4 million X return. So, you know, yeah, long term, guys, long term. To, probably some of you guys are trader. I understand that, but I'm not a trader. But although trading, you can still make money on trading, but I'm not trading. So I go up and down, up and down. I don't care. I do like just research. I believe fundamentally the technology is like good for society. It's just a matter of time when people will adopt it. It's not a matter of if. It's just when, right? If it's not this year, could be next year, could be 2 years from now, could be 3 years from now. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time. We're always changing as human. The technology is always changing to make us a better, like more efficient, faster, right? So uh, there's one thing I learned from being in technology is this. It's like a formula for me. So the role, you can think about this, the role of technology is to make something scarce, right? Something that is not abundant, to make something scarce to abundance. So that is the role of technology, right? So, for example, like Google, right? What is scarce before Google was existed? Information. It's really hard to get information, right? You have to go to the library, you have to go to school, for example. Right now with Google, you just Google it. You can go to YouTube. You can go to like it's so easy, right, to get information, right? Like compared to there was no Google. Like it's so hard, right? So it's from scarcity to abundance, right? Another example, like the era of, let's say, Netflix, right? What is scarce before Netflix? Movies, right? A kind of like a Hollywood kind of caliber movie, although many people still argue that Netflix is not as good as the Hollywood caliber movie, but still before Netflix, it's like entertainment movies, American like style movies is kind of like expensive, kind of like it's scarce, meaning, right? But after Netflix, it's like boom, people got spoiled. Like every day they can just watch movie until they get bored to death, right? So so this is like giving you an example. That's the role of technology. That's a simple formula, but it's so deep, so powerful, right? To bring from something scarce to abundance, right? Then this is where it gets interesting, right? If the role of technology, you believe the role of technology is something from scarce to abundance, then automatically the money will follow. Think about that. Automatically, the money will follow to the abundance technology. You may ask why. It's kind of obvious for me, the answer. The answer for me is if the technology enables something from scarce to abundance, that also means people like it, people adopt it, people use the service or the product, right? Google, Netflix, Amazon, and so on, right? Or even Tesla right now, right? Which means if people use it, people using the service and product, which means people buy it. They use it means they buy it, right? When they buy it, the money will flow there, right? It generates revenue automatically, right? So that's how you become like rich. You invest in companies who build this amazing technology like Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, Google, like 10 years ago, right? Then you become like rich because the money will just follow, right? Because people adopt it. When people adopt it, they will buy into their services and product. So the same thing as crypto here. So what is like before crypto? and after crypto, what is that crypto enables? For me, crypto enables what is something scarce before Bitcoin or before crypto in general is crypto enables the democratization of financial opportunities for everyone. Before Bitcoin, it's hard for somebody if you're not living in a specific geography or a specific location to become an investor, to invest in something that's can bring money over time, to invest in assets. So I'll give you an example. So like I'm living in the US, right? So I can invest in American companies like Tesla, Amazon, Google, right? So if I do my due diligence, I do research, right? Like 10 years ago, then now I'll be happy because all those stocks of those companies that I mentioned is just keep on going up because people like to use it, right? And the money will flow towards the company, right? Um, so right now with Bitcoin and all Ethereum and everything, right? People all around the world, even though they don't understand what they're buying, right? That's why majority of the crypto holders they don't understand. They can invest. Before that, there's no opportunity, right? You can only invest in your local market companies, right? So even if you want to, you live in outside the U.S., you cannot invest in Tesla because you don't live in the U.S. or you're not a U.S. citizen, right? You cannot invest in Amazon. You can just like, oh, I wish I live in the U.S., right? So and crypto enables that. Now, for the first time, you can in the world, everybody in the whole world, no matter who you are, you can just invest in that company. For example, in Aave, in Compound, in Sushi, in Uniswap, in Maker, in Ethereum, in Bitcoin, right? So everyone can become an investor, but that doesn't mean everyone can become rich. Okay, right? It's just I'm just saying everyone can become an investor if they want to. The one that become like rich, the one that's what I'm from my opinion is the one who's doing the research, who's doing the due diligence, because among all of these like hundreds of crypto tokens that we know of, many of them are or some of them are going to be a failure, going to be like a failure or could be just like a fake like trying to scam people, right? So like I don't know like the before that like the BitConnect something like that, right? That's what I had. Yeah. So like that, and then even though these crypto tokens or the company behind it, right, have a good intention, doesn't mean they're going to be successful. So I don't know, for example, now like Aave in 5 years or Compound in 5 years from now, it's going to be successful. It seems now it's successful. It seems now people are using it. They're generating real revenue, right? But I don't know about 5 years from now. I don't know about 10 years from now, right? So that's make it really hard for investing, right? So you're gonna, if you wanna, but if you wanna do long term, then you gotta do your work. You gotta put on some time to do a research, right, on this company's. Uh, but again, if your style is just like for short-term trading, then you can also do that. Like you just play on the psychological, uh, on the market psychology, right? Panic, you kind of okay buy the dip, right? And then you're going up, okay, you sell it, for example, right? It's too high, and then you're just waiting for the dip again. You can do that too, but um, I wouldn't advise again it because I don't like to play that game. I'm not really sure about that game. Yeah. I cannot really time the market. I have probably like 50% confidence on that. I'm more confident about just doing deep research and the fundamental value of that crypto token or the companies behind that crypto, right? Yeah. So yeah, I just want to show you this today. Yeah. So Ethereum now is 2,700. Bitcoin is almost 40,000, right? I think I think the bottom is in. If you look at here, it was crashing about 2,000, right? That's 2,000, right? And if you zoom out, for example, 180 days zoom out, right? Or a year zoom out. Yeah, you can see there is a about resistant level about over here, about 2,000 here. on 180 days, right? Over here, right? But if you saw at 1 year, there's some resistance about 1,000, around 1,000, and then there's 1,700. So I don't know. It might drop again, but I'm my confidence level is about that 2,000 is the bottom, is about 70%. Yeah. But don't take my word for it. And the reason I also say this is because right now, compared to 2018, the 2018 is the crypto is just pure speculation. People have no idea what they're buying. It's just pure psychology. There's no thesis, there's no fundamental there. Right now is kind of 180 degrees. There's so many applications built on top of Ethereum, for example, like the one that is just mentioned, Compound, Maker, Uniswap, right? SushiSwap, and there's so many, like 100 tokens, right? So, and then there are real use cases, and many people are already using it. Like PancakeSwap, there's already like 1 million holders, right? Uniswap, there's like 100,000, 200,000, something like that. So there's many people already using the services that this the underlying of the crypto tokens, and many of them already generating some of not many, sorry, some of them generating revenue, real revenue. Like for example, for Maker, right? For Compound, for SushiSwap, right? For Uniswap, I think not yet, right? So every time you swap on SushiSwap using the SushiSwap services, there is a percentage fee that's being taken, right, for the crypto networks, and that those percentage fee, some of them will go to the token holder of XSushi. So there's still revenue. You can actually compute the price earning ratio, like the traditional market, the PE ratio, like 5x, 20x, for example, right? So that's one. There's so many apps, so many use cases, already revenue right now compared to 2018. And then the other thing is um, there are also uh, many of the token like Ethereum or some other token, they provide staking, right? So I heard it's like, I don't know, I might be wrong, like 20% of the ETH holders, like they're staking their ETH, Ethereum, right, for the ETH 2.0 migration, and then they'll get like about 5-6% yield, something like that. And this is not just for Ethereum, for different token, like for um, perpetual, for a Matic token, for Sushi, I'm not sure. But again, even though they don't have staking, they also yield farming. So what I'm saying is there are ways to lock your token to generate revenue, right? But before that, there's no way to do that. So people, when there's panic, there's no use cases, they will just sell it because they don't see any use cases. But right now, there's so many use cases, they can see it, right? Especially those who does the first-hand experience, right? And they can earn yield based on that. So there is no reason why they have to sell it, right? And then there's even like crypto networks that actually provide like a banking, like Compound, for example. You can put your Ethereum there, ETH there, or put your other token there, and then you borrow against it. So if you need like a US dollar or any other currency in your local currency, you actually don't need to sell your token. You can actually lock it on Compound or even on Maker or even on Venus, that's from Binance Smart Chain, right? And then you can just borrow against it like a stable coin, and then you convert that stable coin on your like centralized exchange, like to fiat, and then you take out your fiat loan, right? So it's already like a bank in for some of those crypto networks, right? So uh, that's why I don't think the crash now is going to be as severe as before. Like before is like 80, 90%, right? So my guess is just going to be like this, about 50% crash, and that's it. Um, I don't know if I'm right, so we'll see. So, but anyway, so yeah, um, just that's all I want to say. All right, thanks for listening.